Maryland Terrapins women's basketball team took home their 10th ACC title, beating Georgia Tech in a finals thriller 68-65. Kelly Nash here, joined alongside former Wake Forest women's basketball player LaChina Robinson. We're here to recap ACC tournament action for you. Now, LaChina, as you predicted, Maryland took it all. They're a lock for the NCAA tournament, but who else really came out and impressed you?
Well, it was one of the most exciting tournaments for the ACC and for the city of Greensboro with the women's basketball play. But I would have to say that there are two teams in particular on quarterfinal Friday that really were outstanding, and that was the upset won by NC State and Wake Forest over Duke and Miami. I mean, they were fantastic games, two teams that really came in focus. I thought Kelly Harper had her team ready to go, as well as Mike Peterson. We saw fantastic play, and who doesn't love an upset?
I agree, and Wake Forest guard LaChina Boykin, an impressive game against Virginia Tech, then coming out and laying out 16 in the defeat over Miami. But who else impressed you on the court?
Well, there were several players that I thought really started to shine in the right time, which is March. You start again with NC State and Marissa Kostanek. I mean, she's a young woman that we knew could shoot the basketball, but she really carried them on the offensive end of the floor. Chelsea Douglas for Wake Forest. You need players that come in and are confident. And Chelsea Douglas gave them scoring, she gave them defense, and a great deal of leadership down the stretch. Tyona Marshall for Georgia Tech, a team that we normally think of defensively, had an offensive punch, and she's from Maryland, so she was ready to play in championship game, had a big night. Obviously, ACC Player of the Year, and Alyssa Thomas was tremendous as well.
Switching gears here a little bit, the ACC's two top seeds, Duke and Miami, making surprise early exits in back-to-back losses, no less. Do they have anything to be concerned about?
Well, as you head into March, you have to take a good look at your team and say, hey, it's the NCAA tournament time. How can we improve? I think if you're Joanne P. McCauley, she's saying, is 8 enough? She doesn't have a lot of depth on her bench. I think defensively, they really miss Rashae Jackson. NC State scored 75 points against what has been a very tough Duke defense. And then on the other end for Katie Meyer, she's saying, I had 0 field goals off of the bench. She had no one to come in and score a basket. And I just think in the NCAA tournament, you want an X factor. You want someone who can come off the bench and just change things up a little bit. So they'll be working on those things between now and then.
Really tough way for them to go out, though. We can find out the tournament selections on March 12th. For LaChina Robinson, I'm Kelly Nash. Thanks for joining us.